Well, the Super Falcons of Nigeria have once again made Nigeria proud. They have, of course, once again completed it. Another title for the Super Falcons for Nigeria. I'm such a happy man tonight. Well, the Super Falcons of Nigeria had to, of course, come from 2 goals down to win 3 goals to 2. Well, it was such a difficult game for the Super Falcons because they had to do it the hard way. They considered 2 silly goals in the first half of this game. I actually thought that because I didn't have the stamina to watch the second half because I felt, I mean, considering 2 goals in the first half, we're absolutely rubbish in the first half. We played nonsense. We weren't really organized at the back in the midfield, even in attack. We're just not were non-existent in the first half. But then in the second half, the coach, of course, after a few minutes of play, decided to make a couple of substitutions, and then of course brought in some key players, and that of course did the magic for us. Courtesy of that fine display from Esther Okoronkwo and of course Echegini and the rest of the players who of course put in a shift, especially especially National Tajibadi, who of course won the player of the tournament. We also saw our goalkeeper winning the goalkeeper of the tournament. But I tell you what, the Super Falcons in the second half had it all to play for. They, of course, were resilient after the coach brought in a couple of players. Of course, Super Falcons have the deficit. All right, they have the deficit, in the second half, and then after some moments, they also were able to make it 2-2. Right, it was not looking like we were going to score, but somehow were able to manage to, of course, get the third goal of this game, and then it came up to 3-2. It was Nigeria all the way from then on. I think the overall play, because I was just looking at the start of the game, I can tell you what, that overall play, Nigeria were absolutely the better side in this game. Shots on goal, shots on target, ball possession. We were absolutely dominant in this encounter. Forget the fact that we made 2 silly mistakes at the back that of course cost us the 2 goals. This was just the first time since the inception of this tournament, this 2024 edition of the African Men's Cup of Nations, that we were conceding a goal. Yes, it was the first time that we went to go down, and then of course we're going also again 2 goals down. And once again, the girls rose up to the occasion. They showed their true character. I'm sure they would have practiced these scenarios where they went 2 goals down, and then they didn't panic at all in the second half. They played their game according to the way the coach, of course, told them how to do it, and we came out on top of it. Well, congratulations to the Super Falcons of Nigeria. Mission X, we have of course done it. Mission S is possible. It is a 10th African Men's Cup of Nations for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. Well, be rest assured that the national award is waiting for the coaches of the team doctors, the physios, and of course